Are there other red flags of the bedroom that would tell you a girl isn't relationship material? Like something that she does that you're instantly like, you know what, this is not the girl that I would want to take home to my mom or be in a relationship with.
I mean, this is definitely a personal preference, and it's not going to sound really really nice. But any woman who's signs of having had a past traumatic sexual experience, I would unfortunately view that as a red flag.
Abuse or anything.
Yeah, basically. And the way you would tell that is through her body language. Again, communication, right? Through her being able to read her body language, right? If you start, I mean, obviously, I always teach guys, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like, there's a difference between a green light, an orange light, and a red light.
True. Yeah.
Right? Knowing when it's totally green, knowing when it's like she might want you to press a little bit further. You're not entirely sure. You go with caution, and then there's complete red lights, right? And sometimes you'll be in bed with a woman and you'll see that she is very, okay, as an example, if a girl likes to be choked sexually, consensually in the bedroom, right? If I might start by putting my hand just on her collarbone like this, right? Gauging for her body language.
Yeah.
If she grabs my hand and shoves it into her throat, that's probably a green light that she wants me to choke her, right? That I've had that happen numerous times before. So they get the idea. However, if I put my hand, place it there, and she suddenly gets tense, okay, that is a complete red light.
Yes.
That tells me this woman has had that to me, as someone with experience, that tells me this woman has had a traumatic experience where someone has abused her.
Yes.
If by just placing my hand here, she gets tense and nervous and scared, that's a big. I'm obviously going to back off and not do that at all, right? But that does tell me that she's probably had this past traumatic experience, and so for me personally, that would be a big red flag. You don't want to have to. It's not. I don't see. It's not. It's again. This sounds bad, but it's not my job to unpack her baggage.
Yes.
And to really help her through the trauma. I would much rather find a girl who doesn't have that baggage, and who we can build a healthy sexual experience together from scratch.
Yeah, and that's why I try to teach the guys who watch. Like, y'all need, like, I try to teach them how to find younger. There's a sourcing issue to find younger women, and I also preach no online dating, which a lot of people disagree with. But I'm just very against online. I think it's great for sex. I think it's amazing to get sex.
I would agree.
But I think for a relationship, it just doesn't work.
Okay. I had this insight today. So I have bounced through in the last couple of months. I've been through a couple of cities which have all had a very very similar experience with Bumble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everyone knows what Tinder is, right?
Yep.
Bumble is typically for girls who are a little bit 25 to 30, and they're kind of over the Tinder games, right? And they're looking to, in my experience at least, Bumble tends to target itself towards the woman who's looking to settle down now, right?
Yeah, because they am you, right? Or something like that, yeah.
So, but here's the funny thing. Not every city I go to, I travel a lot, right? And I'll sit into traveling or whatever.
Yeah, wherever you're at.
Yeah. So not every city I go to on my Bumble, because I've been banned off. I've been banned off Tinder and Hinge, so I can only use Bumble now. I'm fucked.
Wow. And
it's the worst of the three. My Hinge was on fire. I was crushing on Hinge, and it got taken down like bastards. They don't like my past profession for some reason.
Of course.
Anyway, certain cities my Bumble is dry. I get nothing. But there's other cities I go to Bumble, and within a day I've got like 50 matches. Dubai, Los Angeles are 2 examples of such a city. Why might Dubai and Los Angeles be a ripe pool for Bumble matches, women from 25 to 30? Because it's a city full of players. It's a city full of dudes my age who are making a shit ton of money, who are getting in life, who are complete fucking players, and these women who are in the declining sexual market value, right? They're looking to lock a dude like me down, but they've been in that city long enough. They went to that city when they were younger, playing
the Tinder shit,
having fun, because all the dudes there have money who are taking them out to fancy dinners, taking them on boats, doing fun shit, and they've stuck around in that city long enough that now I'm tired of the games and I'm bored of all these players. Now I'm looking for a real man to settle down with, and then
they get on Bumble.
Get on Bumble. See a dude like me, I'll try to lock him down.
Yeah,
dude, super consistent.
How crazy! I mean, I knew Bumble was like the serious one because the women messaged you, but I didn't know that it was nationwide, as you could say. What's crazy is I didn't know how many apps there were. Like I talked to the guys in F&F Dallas, and there's like 7 or 8 dating apps. It seems.
Oh shit!
Well, because there's the different racial, like black. There's a Mexican one, or Hispanic one. I
should get on the racial one.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny.
Catfish everybody.
you never know. We always be talking about catfishing on the show. I want to know. What kind of game do you think that you use? Like, what would you consider like your game?
I mean, now it's probably more dating app and Instagram stuff.
You like that type of like?
I just,
But like, you don't.
I just play to my advantages.
Like you know how like Jay Waller does like gentleman game. Would you consider yourself kind of like gentleman game kind of?
Oh, okay. I do what you're saying now.
Or
yeah. I'd like
or
to,
like pick up artistry, or
I'd like to. I'd consider myself a flirtatious gentleman.
Flirtatious gentleman.
Yeah, I'm exceptionally good on a first date.
Are you the type of person? I have a friend who I grew up with, and he was the type of guy. He was a flirtatious guy. He would flirt with everybody. He does an old lady, an ugly lady, a fat lady. Doesn't matter. He flirted with everybody. I think it was just practicing, to get good with women. But he literally flirted with everyone. Like an old woman in the grocery store gave him an eye. He got an ego out of it.
My guy, I love it.
Yeah, I know. He was the guy that taught me mostly about women. Yeah.
That's a fantastic way to be.
Yeah,
I am not like that in that regard. But I think that's something that every dude who wants to get better with women should emulate. In my personal opinion, be flirtatious with every woman you see, fat, young, old, whatever.
I used to joke all the time because we'd be at the grocery store or something. And this woman's 60 years old, and he's like, "Oh, you look so cute today." It's like, why the fuck are you doing this right?
Because it's a muscle. Because it's a muscle.
It really was.
Because if he desensitizes himself from being, if being flirtatious is autopilot mode, then whenever he meets a genuinely beautiful woman, that autopilot is just coming on again. It's like nothing. Okay, it's the exact same rinse and repeat. Same thing. It totally works. It totally works, man.
It is. It's just a muscle at the end of the day. I was wondering, like, do you have beef with like MGTOW, Black Pill, the Password Bros, Gym Cells? Like, do you think that like any of these guys like need to, trying to stop coping and maybe like push into getting in relationships or getting with girls more, or do you think that they're always going to be there and we just have to accept that that's mostly like the community sometimes?
So many acronyms and names for people nowadays.
It really is.
Oh, we got different.
I have to or what's the word? I don't know. I have to like categorize them, I guess you could say. I get attacked from models doing this show, bro, because a lot of people really don't like you being in a relationship in red pill space sometimes.
You know what? I genuinely don't get that much hate.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Somehow I've managed to circumnavigate like
all the anger
from people. Maybe because I'm teaching something that everyone likes to know about.
Honestly, that's it. Like, why would anybody disagree with you on these things when you're obviously the expert on it?
but in terms of like, do I have beef with them? I don't have them. I just think I mean, a gym cell, I guess it's a guy who just.
Well, these are all guys that you would want to help. Like, even if they were MGTOW or Black Pill and they actually tried to fix their sex game, you would want to help them.
Yeah, I want to help them. I want to help them.
I would love to help them get in relationships, but they just disagree with me so much on getting in relationships, I can't even help them do that. They're just like, I'm going to be single the rest of my life. It's like, all right, bro. Whatever.
The one thing I would disagree with anyone who has a victim mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I'll disagree. I don't think I have beef or hate you, but I'm just going to disagree with you. Yeah. Like, I do not think being a victim mindset will ever help you in anything ever in life.
Yeah.
So if you're going to sit around and blame others for your problem, I think everyone should have ultimate personal accountability.
Yeah.
Right? Everything in my life is my fault.
Yep.
Even if it isn't my fault, it's still my right? If I take that attitude towards every aspect of my life, well, that means I'm in control. That means I can at least affect the outcome. If something is somebody else's fault, if this is out of my control, well, then I'm completely fucking helpless.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about it. I would much rather be in control than be out of control.
And that's the biggest thing I hope everybody takes away from Andrew, man, is just like, take accountability, like self-improve. I want to know, how often can you still use porn and it still be healthy, you think? Like, like you were talking about on Certain Show, obviously you do something too much, it's bad. What do you think is like the average, like a guy masturbating once a week, twice a week? Like, what do you think is healthy and not too bad?
I mean, I think it's better to define unhealthy.
Okay.
Right? I think unhealthy is if you're jerking off every day.
Yeah.
Right. If you need to jerk off
multiple times, yeah.
Multiple day, definitely unhealthy. If you need to jerk off to go to sleep, unhealthy. And again, I'll reiterate the point I made, the other day, which was if you look at the consequences, look at the ramifications of the action. Right. If you're jerking off, hell, maybe if you're jerking off like once a week, and you find that if you stop jerking off once a week, all these parts of your life drastically improve all of a sudden. We'll probably cut out the porn. It's not rocket science, guys.
It really isn't at that point. Yeah.
But look, do an honest
test,
honest, objective assessment of yourself. Okay, am I more or less motivated when I do this particular thing? Right. Am I want to make more money? Do I want to hit the gym more? Do I want to go out and talk to girls more?
Yeah.
If by not doing this particular thing, aka points you in the positive direction, then just cut the fucking thing out.
Just cut it out, man.
There's some guys who same with alcohol, same with cigarettes. Like there's some people who can consume these things and it doesn't fuck them up.
Sure.
They can consume them casually. They can enjoy it once in a while. Fine, doesn't make a big difference in their life.
Mm.
There's other people who go down a rabbit hole and it's just a negative spiral the whole way down.
Yep.
If that's you, then acknowledge that's you and cut it out, man.
Yep.
Like, look, you're the one responsible for it.
A functioning sex addict. If you're either one or you're not. Yeah. That's so funny to put it that way, though.